Hi everyone. As we know, AI is becoming powerful day by day in every technology. So, being a Java developer, we also need to upgrade ourselves with AI skill set. Everyone aware about ChatGPT, Gemini, and other AI models. But the question is how we can take benefit of these AI models in our Java based applications. Is there any library to integrate these AI models with Java application? The answer is yes. Spring Framework provides Spring AI application framework integrate any AI model in Java application. Spring AI requires AI model to connect like ChatGPT, Gemini. But these cloud-based AI models are providing their services as paid service. But here is a good news for Java developers. We can use it as free. So Ollama is an open source framework that enables running and managing large language model locally on personal computers or servers. It simplifies working with AI models without requiring cloud-based APIs. So today we are going to discuss Spring AI and its integration with Ollama. So let's get started. Ollama.com is the official website to download the Ollama. So visit this website and here you can see a download button. Click on this button and in the next page you can see there are three options to download the Ollama. So as per your operating system, choose the operating system tab like Mac OS, Linux or Windows. Suppose I'm using Mac OS, so click on Mac OS and then click on download for Mac OS button. So once you will click on this Ollama zip downloaded successfully, in order to install Ollama, double click on this zip file. So it extracted the zip file and double click on the extracted file. Choose open. Now Ollama is successfully installed. How it is verified? Here you can see a icon related to Ollama. So it means your Ollama is successfully installed on your Mac machine. In order to verify, open the terminal. Here we can use a command Ollama hyphen version. So it is showing 0.5.7 version of Ollama. It means Ollama is successfully installed and verified on the Mac machine. Now in order to run Ollama, so we have to use a command Ollama run, and here we need to specify its LLM version. To use a command Ollama run LLAMA3. So now we can see Ollama has started. So here we can type any question like list out the Java versions. So we can see Ollama is offline, means Ollama is installed locally and it's working perfectly similar as we used ChatGPT online. If you are executing this Ollama first time, then it will take some times to download the libraries. But if you run multiple times this Ollama, so it will execute very fastly. So in order to exit from Ollama, we can use /by. So what are the various LLM libraries we have? So in order to check a list, we can use a command Ollama list. So here we have LLM AMA3, which is the latest library of LLM we have. Let's move to the coding part. And in order to integrate Bing AI with Ollama, so there are four steps we need to follow. One is we need to add required libraries, Spring Boot project. Second, we need to provide some configurations in application.yml file. Then in the controller to initialize chat client. So using chat client, we will access Ollama. Using Spring Initializer, let's create a Spring Boot project. In order to create Spring Boot project using Spring Initializer, we can visit a website start.spring.io. This is the interface. So here we need to choose project and it will be a Maven project. Under languages, we will choose Java. Spring Boot project version, we will use the same by default selected. Here we will provide the group name. Provide any artifact name here. Here update the package name. Packaging we can use as jar and any Java version we can use, but here I'm using JDK 17. Next, we need to add some dependencies. We need to create the REST API. So add dependency, web. Then our AI model is Ollama. So choose Ollama starter project dependency here. So only these are the two libraries we need. Just generate this project from this button generate. So once you click on this generate button, your project will be downloaded as zip file. Extract this project or zip file. Now open any IDE. So here I'm going to use IntelliJ and open this project from the location you downloaded and unzip. In my case, it is under downloads. Let's wait for few seconds. It is downloading the required libraries. So let's once go through the pom.xml file. So we added starter web dependency. Then we added starter dependency related to Spring AI Ollama. And in order to use this Spring AI Ollama Spring Boot starter library, we need to specify some configuration under dependency management. So this is a configuration we need to add. So it is automatically added when you creating a project using Spring Initializer. We have completed first step. We have created the Spring Boot project and added the required libraries. Now open this project in the IntelliJ IDE and follow the second step. And second step is add Ollama configuration in application.yml. So go to the source, main, and resources. So by default, here is the application.properties. So remove it and add a new file. Here we need to specify the base URL. If your Ollama is set up locally, then your URL will be localhost and the port number is 11434. It's a default port for Ollama. And we need to specify model. I've downloaded LLAMA3 model. We specified. So how to check which model you are using? For this, you can go to terminal and here you can type a command Ollama. So once you execute this Ollama list command, it will give you a list of available AI models. Here LLAM, same we will configure. and this is the default value of temp. These are the two minimum configurations related to Ollama we need to add in the Spring Boot. Next, we need to create controller class Llama, make it as a REST controller by using annotation REST control. And also we need to specify now create a reference of chat client and initialize this reference in. So this is the way how to initialize chat client. Now create a REST API. Here we will use chat client, and using chat client we will invoke prompt method, and further we will invoke user method and pass the question, then call the call method, then content method. So we created Ollama controller and declare the chat client interface. So this interface is available in this chat.client package. Then in the constructor, we initialize this chat client, and in the prompt method, we use this chat client. So chat client provides method prompt, prompt provides user, and user provides call, and call provides further a content method. So it will invoke and send a request to the AI model and get the response, and that response we are sending back to the user. Let's start the application and test this functionality. Application started successfully. Open the Postman to access this endpoint. So our API is of type get, so we will use method get, and here we will use localhost colon 8080, and then request mapping is Ollama, then click on send. So here is the response. So this response we are getting from AI model Ollama. So for testing purposes, we added the question directly, but let's make it dynamic and get this question from the user. Now add the query parameter in the get API in order to get the input from the user. So use @request param annotation and use a variable question. Now this question is coming from the user. Save the changes and re-execute the application to test these changes. So pass a query string using a variable prompt and assign a question here. So question is give me the only list of Java versions and skip the explanation and code snippets. It's amazing. We get the response. So using this endpoint, you can invoke this API a number of times with different questions. So now you can use it as we use ChatGPT online.